Oh, hello, welcome back to another video on the big rig today. I've got something in the side of this van. Let me show you and let's get into this video. So, I've got two parcels here, and these are the swivel bases for the front. And I'm sitting on something and it's right up my ass. Ratchet. But anyway, got the swivel bases here and we're going to get them fitted today. So let's get these unpacked and see what we've got. So, I've got myself a knife. Let's open this one first. Now, obviously the bigger box is going to be for the passenger seat. I'm going to passenger seat first in case for any reason I have any hiccups. And I need to drive my van to work tomorrow morning. So let's do this first. I will say one thing off the get-go. These boxes are heckin' heavy. Very, very heavy. Which is a sign of good quality. But when you go on the camper, you want to kind of save on weight. So I don't know, you know, I suppose it's falls in against everything, but now, one good thing about when you buy these are the R&J ones. They are £450 plus VAT. Now, when I bought them, it said £450, and it wasn't until afterwards I realised they were £540. But it was my fault, it is in the description, but at the same time, I don't mind. Now, you do get these. Now, this is a certificate to prove all the crash sensors and all the loads, and just to prove that these are certified and actually safe for your vehicle. Now, I know you can get cheap ones out there, which might be okay, but I know for a fact this is okay. This is A-okay, and I'm happy to put it in my vehicle, and I know that anyone's safe, everyone's safe if anything was to happen. So just a little close-up of these, just to prove that R&J Camper Solutions, they are the official, the proper things. And one thing I have noticed with these, the quality is like spot on. It really is. Like, they just look proper tidy, all the welds, everything, all the, where it's all been CNC'd, I'm assuming, or plasma cut out, like the edges all meet up absolutely spot on. So yeah, they are really, really nice. I can't not complain at them at all. So one thing I just noticed in this thing with all the certificates and stuff is there is actually fit instructions. You know, show your ignitions off, remove 4 bolts, secure seat to base, etc. Tells you all the things. Also for like the handbrake lowering kit and how to use it all. Now I think that is pretty cool. So I'm going to just identify where the bolts are that I need to undo to remove the seat from the base firstly, and then once I've identified them myself, I will then show you guys, and we'll see what bolts or what sockets or whatever it is we've got to use to remove it, and get things started. So I've just pulled the seat up, and identifying the bolts is easy. So this one here, which is obviously a Torx bit, in there you've got one here and here, which you do from the other side, and then this one here. So I'm going to try to set the tripod up or something and just give it a little time lapse of me unbolting this quick. So, in here is some clips. Now you need to disconnect these. So this is probably for the seat belt, I'm assuming. So you just want to pop these clips out, and then that should separate this from that. Let me just cut that cable tie. Now that, I believe, is disconnected. So once that's disconnected, close the seat back up. And you should be able to lift this out and leave the seatbelt connected because the seatbelt isn't in the way. So there you go. That's the seat disconnected. No, on to the next bit. So, first step first. And there we go. So that then lines up with the original bolt holes. And then carefully load the swivel base to the top of the box and line the 4 countersunk holes with the captive nuts. Remove the thumb screws to gain access. So let's set this to a little time lapse and get this fitted. So I'm pretty sure with this, there seems to only be 4 mounting holes. So I'm assuming you just put the original bolts back in, as I can't seem to see anything else. So these 2 go through here again. They also send you in the fitting kit, obviously, all the bolts and stuff, which I'm assuming is to bolt the seat itself to this. And they send you 5 nuts, and I think I've just worked out why. Because there's nothing for this one to go back into. So I'm assuming you put that through, nut, let me just make sure they fit. Obviously that nut, I'm assuming, said bolt. So yeah, let's just put this in place. Which means I'm also going to be needing the spanner to get this all done and fitted. So this bolt originally would have bolted into the seat itself. So I've done all the bolts up, for this bit, and here there is a cable that goes through, and obviously the nut in the centre here for this sort of pivot on is hollowed, so the cable can go through. It's got a sticky back pad on, and this is the same as the clip that's on the seat, original seat. Basically, it's just an extension bit that goes through. So you get the original bit in here, and this just clicks into here. If I am correct. Yes. Like so. And then you can peel off the double-sided bit on the back. And get it off. I've got no bloody nails. There we go. And you can stick that in here on the side, so that is nice and safe. So next thing to do is lift this back on here. Make sure we connect this cable up first for the seatbelt warning light stuff, and I guess we then start putting all the nuts and bolts through 1, 2, 3 and point 4. Let's do it. So we're going to get the long ones first and get a couple of washers for them. We locate the centre ones, that should then help locate the ones on each side. Excuse me. So it seems like I'm going to have to take out this out first, because I can't get the bolt through. Hopefully now, yeah, straight through. So there you go. In case you do yours, you must remove that one. Just drop the nut. The one thing I can tell straight away though is how much higher the seats are. They are a good 4 inches or so higher, which will make sense as to why when you do this job and you turn around, people always put a step behind the seat. I can understand why now. Yeah, I'm going to take this one out as well. Which is a good thing in a way, because not that they should ever rattle these because they've got nylock nuts, but just by knowing that they can't come out or go in because of them things are there. And then you got, I forgot what these called, panhead, M10 panhead, Allen key bolts, with also nylock nuts and washers to go on the sides here. Very easy, like realistically and honestly, you could get this done in 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. So, I did have to pop out though. Not that you know that, because this video is going to carry on, but. And boom, just like that, that's done. And you can see that this gap, which is now here, obviously this pole here would have sat on top of this before. So it is a good, you know, 80 to 100 mil higher, you know, 3 to 4 inches higher. But looks good, looks professional, and I can still use all the storage in there to put all my batteries and stuff in. If I open this up, everything's all bolted up, all in place. So yeah, now, driver's side. Right, time to quickly open this package and familiarise myself with this one. I'm sure this one weighs more than the other one. I'd like to open stuff and just make sure I kind of know what's in there and obviously understand kind of what's what. You always do it with everything, I think. The quality of these though, I have to admit, is top notch. So this one I'm guessing I have to connect some wires together. Oh, I think the reason this one's heavier is because the other one is hollowed out in the middle so you can get under the seat for storage, but this is just two big, thick, 5mm thick plates I think. But it is very heavy. I'm guessing you have to adjust the slider mechanism to undo this. I thought there'd be like some sort of quick release lever maybe, I don't know. I think it's just because it's what I've seen on other ones online. I don't know if they're for sprinters or crafters, but. So we've got some more countersunk bolts and some panheads in this one. And I'm assuming that this is the handbrake lowering kit. I'm not 100% sure, but I can only assume. So that's all the bolts undone, as far as I'm aware. I don't know if there's any wires on this. Seems not, which is very, very good. Keys, everything. God damn, this is heavy. Really heavy, you can hear it. So, if it's like the last one, I would assume that the R&J goes at the front, and should never assume, but I'm assuming. Let's sit this on and see how it looks. I don't know where you can see, let's move you. Oh, this is so heavy. So one thing you definitely don't want to do is drop it on your fingers, I'll tell you that now. Now that seems like it's sitting nicely there. Now looking at this, I think you have to undo the locking bolts, should we say? Locking bolts, locking pins, they're threaded so they're more of a bolt. So undo all these, like so. And hopefully said plate will rotate. Now the reason you need to do that is because these bolts here, and this is here, look, are underneath, so you can't get to them. So if you undo them and rotate it somewhat, it then gives you the access needed to put in these. Now these are a 6mm, I think. Yep, 6mm Allen key on a countersunk bolt, and they will then do up in here. Let me just do this up in quickly to show you. Because of how these are made in these countersunk, look, that's perfectly flat. So that is not going to cause any obstruction from rotating that. So I'm now going to get this bolted up and into place. For these, it's got to be probably one of the easiest modifications I've ever done on any vehicle ever. For like how good of a modification it is and how good the part is and what it like allows you to be able to do, the productivity of it is spot on. I can't fault it. Like, and the the quality of them, can't fault that at all. I really can't. And yeah, this one is so far took me, I don't know, 5 minutes, 7 minutes. There's no wires on this one for the seat belt for some reason, but yeah, in all honesty. Now actually, before I do these up, I'm just going to slide the seat forward, get the last two in, get this all bolted up, and I'll show you this. Show you both of them. So I don't know how well you can see me right now, but I just thought I'd let you know that when you do these and you remove the original seat, you have to, they've got these bolts, the E-Torx bolts. So you will need some of these E-Torx star socket sets. And the one you need to do it is a E.13. Anyway, let's crack on with the build. So now it's getting dark and it's getting late, so I'm having to use the light as, yeah, you see it's getting dark. Anyway, these bolts here now need to come off. Now, if I am correct, I think these are 16mm, maybe? I can't remember, I just put my socket. But let's get them undone first. Get the handbrake off and then start trying to fit said lowering kit. Thought it was too late. So, first of all, you have to remove this handbrake. Now the handbrake's held on with these two bolts, and these are M16 or 16mm socket, and then this kit here is pretty simple. I'm sure this comes with two countersunk bolts like so, and this is to lower the handbrake. So there's only two other bolt holes on it, so I'm assuming it goes on that way. Excuse me. And they go into the same holes that you just removed the 16s from. Try to line them up and start getting them to bite, which apparently I can't. Go. That's one. Get this one, that's two. I'm assuming if everything else on this kit is countersunk and using a 6mm Allen key, I'm assuming that these probably will too. Just do these up next to the can by hand. Now this here is the handbrake cable, this rubber bit, and this you need to then push through the floor about 40mm, because obviously currently it's where it was meant to be, so you need to push it down 40mm, which also then lets the handbrake assembly itself sit lower. So I'm just going to push that down, hopefully it goes through the floor pretty easily. Yo, so it's now the day after last night, obviously, because it's not going to be the day after the day before. So anyway, now these are all in, handbrake's in and everything. I've drove the van to work today and everything works a treat. I had no problems, so that's really easy to do and it works really well. So this will be my first time of actually undoing everything and swiveling around. So let's see how long it takes. I will figure it out how long. I'll do like, not a timer, but once I've done it, start to finish, we'll see how long it is. Anyway, let's go. So there we go. I am actually hyped. I was doing this and some dude who always says hello, who walks his dogs, I don't even know his name, but he always says hello, always see what I'm doing. It's good though, I like it that people are interested in the build and that. But yeah, these are sick. Like this one was a little fiddly, trying to figure out how to do it. Because you have to adjust like this bit leaning back and like the rails in order to make it turn, but it's not a big deal. It's fine. This one is easy. Just twist the knobs, turn the seat around. It's so good. But you can see though, when you sit here, feet don't touch the floor. So I'll definitely have to be putting this step thing in here, just to make it a bit more comfy when you are sitting here. But these are sick. I'm well happy with them. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a wrap on this video. Give it a like, share, subscribe, and most importantly, you know what to do. Leave a comment on the videos and on social media if you're watching it via Facebook or something. And I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing next, but obviously there's plenty to do. We've got 6 weeks to get it done, so see you guys in the next video. Peace out.